Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to some more Raid Shadow Legends. Today I want to be doing a little talk about what you should be doing each day in this game. A lot of players that have, if you've started this game based on watching my videos, you're probably a Galaxy of Heroes player. But the daily grind in Raid Shadow Legends is definitely a lot different than Galaxy of Heroes. So in Galaxy of Heroes, you have one set of dailies. There's, guild events, individual events that happen at regular intervals. You know what's coming, you know what to do. However, in Raid Shadow Legends, you have two sets of daily quests that I recommend doing. You have dailies, and then you have advanced. I don't really pay too close attention to weeklies, but if I do get the box checked off that I've done all my dailies 5 times, I will complete anything else if I haven't completed already. Usually I have, but like today, I just completed this. After I got my 5 days in a row of daily quests, I needed to upgrade a champion to rank 4, so I just went ahead and did that to get started again on the weekly quests. Dailies, I do recommend doing these first because usually you can knock them all off quickly. So there's a bunch, most of them, I think 6 out of the 7 are there every single day, and one varies just slightly. So fighting Classic Arena, probably the longest time commitment out of any of these dailies. I do recommend doing all of them though. If you're in a time crunch, you could just start a battle and force quit. Like if you don't feel like waiting a few minutes, that'll still satisfy the conditions. So, what I usually do, I do summon 3 champions, increase champions level in Tavern, and purchase item in the market really quickly in quick succession. So what I'll do, I'll go over here, open 10 mystery shards, just one click. You only need to summon 3, but it's quicker to do just the one click. You should be getting plenty of these from farming campaign nodes, Brutal 12-3 more specifically. You go over to Tavern, click this little button right here. I didn't do this for the longest time, and I'd scroll all the way down, take some extra time to do that. You scroll here, you should have gotten a fair amount of 1-star characters, so you just pick one, feed the others into them, and that should be 3 levels. So at the very least, you'd get the thing there. And then on my way back down to clicking quests, I go to market. I usually pick up a mystery shard just because it's the cheapest, and I don't have to spend time evaluating what I'm going to get. Otherwise, I might get like a 2-star character because I need them for food champions. Then I go back here, and I have 3 done. 3 of my dailies done, and that's great. And then typically, I go and tackle the campaign battles next. It'll either say win a campaign battle 7 times or fight a boss 3 times. So I prefer the campaign 7 times because that helps feed into using 50 energy. And then we'll go, usually you just click on the quest and it'll take you to the last campaign battle you were on. So I'll go in here, go to stage 3, always do super raids, and on a general basis, you go select 3 2-star characters, multi-battle 5 times. 4 would get it done. Super raids counts as 2. I didn't know this immediately either. But you just get double rewards. It costs double, but you get it's just, you can't do sim, but you can double it. So like always do this. See, 16, 8. But if you do 1, that counts as 2 battles. For the campaign, for the daily, you could do 4, and that'll get you 8. So that encapsulates 7. But if you do 5, you're going to level all 3 of these 2-star characters, assuming you have one campaign farmer champion that can solo on their own while everyone else dies. That'll get them to level 20, which is their max. I mean, for 3-star characters, if you're doing that, it takes 12 battles on this node to get the max. So just a little bit of a benchmark for that. And once you've completed all that, you go back. And then another quick one for the make 4 artifact accessory upgrade attempts. This one I also do not think much about. I'll go to champions, click on whoever. I'll just randomly click on someone, pick something. I don't even evaluate it to save time. I click up to level 4, and there we go. We're done. When I'm actually trying to upgrade gear and focus on getting that was a good roll. When I'm actually trying to focus on the gear I want, it's usually I am looking at a champion and working on them actively. So this daily quest is not something that I'm gonna spend a lot of time focusing on. And then once you have those classic arena battles, I typically do them last. You can go right from your classic arena battles to your tag team arena battles. And that is where I officially start my advanced quests in the order of just kind of like efficient flow. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying watching and following along my Raid Shadow Legends journey and you want to play, now's the time. You can download Raid using my link in the description or scanning my QR code. You're going to get a legendary Tholen Foulbeard for free right at the start, then Mausoleum Mage at level 10, Vergus at level 20, and Tagora at level 30. This is a great lineup of characters, so don't miss out. Download using my link or scanning the QR code today. And while I'm here, I'll just go to the bazaar, pick up my Drexthar Blood Twin Fragments. I'm almost there on him. I'm not super antsy to unlock him because I already have a lot of legendaries I haven't been able to work on yet. But if you're like me and stuck in these lower bronze leagues, these are all that's available to you. I only buy the legendary. I'll buy some energy if I really need it, but I mainly just focus on the legendary. Then you go to your battle, do your 5. If you got time on your hands, I mean, yeah, do all 10. But honestly, I feel like the rewards are kind of... It's not that great of a use of your time because it just becomes a little bit more tedious. And when you're really starting out, you just do not have much to work with. My defense, I also set crap. So if you're a brand new player to this game, a lot of players just set crap because there's a very limited number of players that can be in each tier. So this one has a player limit of 100,000, 70,000, all the way on up. It's like there's barely any players in the whole base that are in gold. Because it's a limit of overall, 25,000. That's nothing. There's no limit in Classic Arena, but you can't really climb up. In Tag Team Arena, I usually get this reward on a weekly basis. You need to get fighting at least 10 series to get it each week. But yeah, don't worry about defense on Tag Team Arena or Classic Arena unless you're going to play infrequently in Classic Arena. Then you set a real defense. But I just put one character and let myself lose. The reason I start out with Tag Team Arena battles for my advanced quests is because, and I already have it checked off, the reward for Tag Team Arena series is Crypt Keys for Faction Wars. And Faction Wars I do consider to be one of the most important advanced quests to do. It's there every day to get 12 Crypt Keys in Faction Wars. There are also some other rotating quests that involve that, like gain 30 materials from Faction Wars, beat a Faction Wars boss. If that's the case, you can knock out 3 of your advanced daily quests just in Faction Wars, and that's a huge efficiency piece. Another super important one you should be doing even without looking at it is 2 Demon Lord keys. Now, when you're at the very beginning, it's kind of hard to see a lot of value out of it, and like I honestly, for the longest time, didn't really care because if you're just doing normal and hard, you're not getting a huge return, even if you're maxing out the chest. You might rarely get an epic skill tome. You're getting a few like greater potions, 4-star gear. It's not that compelling. But once you get to the point where you can do Ultra Nightmare in 2, 3, or even 4 keys, these come up you get a refresh once every 6 hours. So if you wake up in the morning, you have 2 out of 2. Use one pretty quickly so the other one can start recharging. Because if you're at full 2 out of 2, it's not going to recharge. So I can sim Nightmare. So I have scored over the max chest score at least once. So I can go in and hit auto battle, which is convenient. Like, it takes a second, I knock it out, I start my rewards recharging, and then for Ultra Nightmare, I can do it in 2 keys, because I have a pretty developed roster at this point, intermediate level, and they can do it. And why this is so important is once you get to this Transcendent chest, you can get some legendary skill tomes, which are precious. It is so hard to get these. You can also get Sacred Shards. On the Max Nightmare, which is also valid, and you can do as many of these as you have keys for. You could hit every single one, and if your guild finishes all of them, then you're good to go. In Nightmare, you could also... This is Nightmare, right? Yeah, the Ultimate Chest, the last one. You can also get Sacred Shard and Legendary Skill Tome. It's just a lower drop rate, but still very valuable. So that and Faction Wars, hyper valuable. So when you do Faction Wars, if you're a brand new player, you can barely do anything. So I did a couple of my Bannerlords battles already. I am up to Sage 17. That's what I can finish out of 21. So pretty far along on this. I 1-star. If people die, you don't have to worry. If it's 1-star, 2-star, it doesn't matter. Just the best one you can get done. And if that's like the very beginning level, then do it. Because what you're going to get is some glyphs to modify your artifacts. You get extra stats, and honestly, like a level 1 speed isn't that bad because you could have a higher 2, 3, 4, 5-star speed glyph and it still just rolls a 1, but you're automatically getting +1 speed from that. So always do these. You only need to use 12 a day for your advance, but I just recommend going in. Like for instance, for my high elves, it's not great. I do super raids, multi-battle, do 3 since it costs 6 keys each. It uses exactly my 18. If I am doing Banner Lords, I can just auto 2 battles like that, and then I'll have 2 left over. If there's a quest that says defeat a Faction Wars boss, I'll go ahead and do stage 7. So the bosses are the ones with the portraits. So 7, 14, 21. I'll go ahead and do this. Otherwise, I don't really bother. I have a lot of glyphs, and just for the lower levels, I used to do it still every time, but I just don't feel like it at all times. So that's what I'll do there. So that gets us a lot of the way through. There's also some other rotating ones. The quick ones I like to knock out. So like mix an affinity potion, that's really quick. You click on it, you can mix some lesser potions into greater, or greater into superior, and then you're done. And also you have craft 1 or higher artifacts at the forge. This is assuming you've unlocked the forge, which I guess is level like 30 or something. I just go in, do a perception or something. Always use your rank charms. I'll craft one. See if it's epic or higher, then I'm like, okay, great. I don't even evaluate it. But if it's rare, honestly, I'll keep it. It could be good. If I click and then I see the banner pop up, I'll just click the banner. I won't even look at the gear because I have so much gear now. I have almost 2,000 gear pieces in storage. So just keep going, move along, just in the interest of time, saving time, because there's a lot of quests to do. You always use 5 silver keys in the Doom Tower. This is a rotating one, and I could refresh it, but I won't. I'll talk about Fortress in a second. Debuffs, Demon Lord quests are also great, because I'm already hitting the Demon Lord anyway. This is an easy one to be, as long as you're having any kind of debuff related team. It's not 50 simultaneously, that'd be impossible, or I don't think there are 50 debuffs in the game, but it's just automatic. The most annoying one to keep an eye out for is Battle of the Demon Lord with one rare champion, and it's not that bad if you're kind of new and Kael's your best character, you built him up, but like as you go on, it's a burden to do that. So I check it, and I'll try to do a lower tier run with Kael, because he's my only rare champion that's built up at all. Like, let me just show you here. Yeah, so these are all my rares. He's the only one at level 60, and he has 6 red stars, so he's actually as good as he can get, aside from like improving his gear. But yeah, he's the only rare character because I had to build him up early. In this, you don't have to get all these. I think getting up to the 60-minute one is the best value, because this is an energy refresh. So if I claim it, I'm gonna get. See, I went up to 1226. You also get a lot of energy. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. It's hard to actually spend all the energy. Faction keys in the Doom Tower. Just go in, hit the best one that you can do on auto. Scarab King, terrible for using silver keys because it's a hard battle. It's long, even if you can do it. Nether Spider, also bad. I think Magma Dragon is great. What I do, I just go to hard mode early. I climb up, and if it's... Well, I start with normal mode, get to floor 10. Once you have unlocked Doom Tower, to make sure you can actually beat that boss. And after I have that safe option available, I'll just go to hard mode and climb up and do the level 200 dragon as many times as I can. And this is another reason you kind of want to do Demon Lord before you do this, because the Demon Lord quests usually give you the silver keys, so then you can hop over to do 7. This is a feat where if I'm playing on my phone, I'm gonna hit auto battle, walk away for 10 minutes, do what I gotta do, and then come back and look at it. Or if I'm on computer, that's also easier. Like, honestly, you can side by side have this computer up while you're doing something else, have your computer up while you're doing something else, and watch that do an auto. Same with the Faction Wars feat. Like, those take some time, so you don't need to sit around and watch them exactly individually, unlike a lot of the daily quests, which you have to sit there and do. Complete one live arena battle. When it says complete, you don't have to win it. You have to at least match up. If you match up and quit, you still get credit for it. So you can force quit before you even do a draft, and I honestly have done that sometimes to save time. Fortress keys. On Sunday, I'll definitely do this, because the Fortress is the Iron Twins all the way on the left side. The Affinity rotates, and on Sundays, you get double the rewards. If you are high up if you're really high up on this, you probably have a good grasp on dailies already. But I wouldn't really waste too much time on the fortress stuff unless you are already really high up. So it's definitely worth it. I'm not going to refresh this. I'm not going to show it in the video doing it because it does take some time. But you want a lot of accuracy. Want a reviver is what I have. Speed down is good. Geomancer is great, and it's a good damage dealer with Brimstone. It's typically great. So that's how I use my energy there. And for me personally, I typically save this win 3 artifacts accessories from cleaning dungeons. Either I do it really early or I do it as the actual last thing. If I'm trying to save time, I will go to a dungeon, whatever typically has a tournament going on. So if you don't want to check what tournaments are going on, you can just look here. If there's something tripled like this is dwarf accessories are tripled right now. You go in, multi-battle, do it twice, and you're going to get 4 accessories or artifacts. And then that's enough for the quest. However, most of the time what I do, I save this for last. And the reason for that, hey everybody, if you're enjoying watching and following along my Raid Shadow Legends journey and you want to play, now's the time. You can download Raid using my link in the description or scanning my QR code. You're going to get a legendary Tholen Foulbeard for free right at the start, then Mausoleum Mage at level 10, Vergus at level 20, and Tagoa at level 30. This is a great lineup of characters, so don't miss out. Download using my link or scanning the QR code today. The reason for that is because this is where I will burn through my energy. So typically, if you want to play absolutely perfect efficiency, you will never build up a queue of energy like this. For me, that's not realistic in Raid Shadow Legends. In Galaxy of Heroes, it's so easy. You barely ever get over your cap of 144 in that, or 130 here. You sim something, you get it down. You always want your energy refreshing. You want your energy refreshing in this, but it recharges a lot faster, so don't sweat it too much if it's getting up over. And then your gems are pretty much just energy refreshes to me. So I've, since it's been the holiday season, Christmas, and I was out of town, I've let this build up quite a lot. But typically, if I'm at home, what I'll do is on my computer, not on my phone. I don't want to lock it up on my phone, or if you have a tablet or a secondary device, you go in for the long haul, do your best rewards nodes. So stages 13, 20, and 25 are milestones. So for like 13, you go from getting 4 or 5 star accessories to 4 to 6. 20 is great because you start getting 5 stars the minimum. So you go in, for me, the benchmark is do all my multi-battles. So I will save this. This will take probably an hour, like a couple hours to do all this on my computer. The live arena gives you, if you win 1 match, you're going to get an extra 20 multi-battles. Every day, the default, you get 50 multi-battles granted to you for free. If you have over 50 multi-battles for a previous day and you never use them, you won't get any extra. It's just you will have a minimum 50 to start each day. And then if you use that, get that 20 from Live Arena, then you'll get up to 70. So what I'll do is, if I have gems or I want to use my gems, I'll check the use gems to automatically restore energy. You pretty much always have to have this checked off. Keep going when champions hit max level, because unless you're training, like that's always going to be the case. Continue multi-battle, even if you lose a battle. You don't have to have this checked. I never lose this one that I'm doing. Like, it's not really close, so it just doesn't matter. But it enables super raids, absolutely. It still costs 1 multi-battle to do a super raid, and still just 1 to do a non-super raid. So you're getting the double value out of the multi-battle. And then you can have one of 3 bottlenecks. You can have multi-battles limit how many battles you can do, energy limits how much you can do, in gems, which I guess is kind of the same. Energy and gems can limit you. So once I'm done this video, I'm going to finish up my dailies, hit auto for 66 battles, and then just walk away and let it go. If you don't have a PC, or if you don't have a PC that can handle it, that is unfortunate. I am sorry. But, you know, if you have a secondary device, that is optimal. If it's on your phone, what you do, I used to do this. I'd charge my phone at night, plug it in before I went to sleep. I just hit the auto battle, and then when I was done, my phone would go to sleep, but it was charging. So that's a tip to get that done. So honestly, it is a lot of daily tasks to do those quests, but I do recommend getting those done. After that, you can look at this list of your different different, I don't know, tokens, keys, and decide what you want to do. The ones I almost never use up is live arena tokens and tag team arena tokens. A lot of times I won't use my fortress keys. I won't use all my classic arena tokens. I will basically use all my crypt keys. Hydra keys and chimera keys are weekly, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Gold keys is if you can climb in Doom Tower still. Otherwise, it's just silver keys, and I will use those. Cursed City, you get 8 per day, and Grim Force, you get 30 per day. When they're new, I will use these. It takes time, but honestly, some of these are kind of quick. Like if I just go to normal mode, I can pick my best damage dealers and not be too worried about it. It should be just fine. So actually, we'll do this battle for this. And that's something I'll typically do on my phone, and I'll have it while I'm doing something else. It's like, you let it go, and then you do whatever you're doing, and then you allocate your phone. Oh, okay, that's done. Next one, auto. So it is a lot of resources to use, and I don't think you have to just stress yourself out to use all of the Grim Forest stuff, and all of the Doom Tower stuff, and all the Cursed City stuff, because that's just a lot. But it's worth noting, keeping an eye on. And the raid attempts, that's another thing where it's typically on my phone or my computer, and I let it go, and then I'll go do something else for 10 minutes. So it's a lot of screen time taken up, but it's not necessarily a lot of screen time for you. So there's a lot of auto stuff that you just set it and let it go. Also, put stuff in your sparring pit and make sure you're claiming that energy. Make sure you're claiming your gems from the mine. Always update the mine early on. Try to max it out, and then you're going to get a steady source of gems. And then I typically get all this done if I do a big multi-battle session like I was talking about. If I'm not, then I'm not going to get all that done. But anyway, yeah, long time to talk through this, but I just wanted to share my daily routine of how to get through all this. If you are trying to balance that and decide what to do each day in Raid Shadow Legends. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you later.